Look at me, I'm like a bus. Don't get one, and then two come along at once. You lucky people. Hello, are we all right? Well, aren't you lucky people? So after me doing a video, which took me just over 2 weeks to put together in different sections, I'm struggling to get time just to get it done and completed. I'm now in a situation, I've got a job booked in from Salford going to Kettering, but I don't pick up for an hour, so I've got a little bit of time. So I thought I'd just give you a bit of an update on a couple of things that have happened recently. So the first one is I did a video a few months ago around an issue with getting the payment for a cancellation. And to cut a long story short, I bidded on a job. It was going in the way I wanted to go. I had another bid in as well, which I'll be honest with you, I weren't as keen on. But I got the one that I wanted. Happy days, set off. I drove half an hour. I think it was about 17 miles in total. And I was literally 0.7 of a mile away from collection. And I got a phone call off the shipper and it had been cancelled. So the shipper said to me that because I weren't on site, unfortunately, there's nothing they could do. So I was a little bit frustrated at that. But I invoiced them anyway. Because if you are doing a job for a shipper and you know, in theory, you're agreeing to their terms and conditions, and sometimes they put their terms and conditions on. But on your CX, you know, like I have, I'm sure you've got a cancellation fee charge. And after driving half an hour and 17 miles, my view would be I'm entitled to a cancellation fee. And I don't think that's unreasonable at all. But this particular company, who shall not be named, didn't want to do that. Now, I sent a few emails. I did the invoice. They took the job off, so I couldn't do it through the normal one. So I created an invoice and I sent it to them. They wanted some more information. I sent them some more information. I'd saved all the screenshots of the job that was on the system that particular day, so I had all my evidence. And I sent them it off, and I had a few emails back, a bit backwards and forwards. It's late now by about a good month or so, but I'm still continuing with the emails. Anyway, today I've had a phone call, and this guy said to me, he said, listen, I've been given this, following your emails and cancellation fee. He said, I can see that you travelled half an hour. I can see that you were virtually near the drop-off. So you know what? It's reasonable that we give you a cancellation fee. And they then made me an offer. And it wasn't the full amount, but I'm happy with what they offered me. And the thing is, you know what? You have got to work together with the shippers. And I would still work for this company again. I can't believe I'm saying that, but I would work for them again, because you never know. If you're in a situation where you're in the back of beyond and you need to get back and it's going to be 100 miles to get back, then you need options. So it's not worth falling out with people. That's my philosophy. I'm a reasonable kind of guy. So anyway, we've agreed a price and I am getting that fee now. So I'm happy. So results. I think what it shows is you need to stick to your guns. You need to just make sure that you continue with it. You know, I had a few emails back saying that they weren't going to pay it. And I carried on until I got to the end of whatever. And the last email I sent started with, I'm sorry, that's not acceptable. And eventually I've had a phone call. They've given in. They've paid me. And I said to the guy, you know what? I'm not unreasonable. I would have discussed it at the time, but I just think it's a bit unfair that you're not offering a cancellation fee when someone has A, potentially lost work because I had another bid in, B, spent my own time and my own money going to somewhere where I wouldn't have been going to unless you'd asked me to go. I don't think it's unreasonable. I did get a job after that one, actually, not far from where I was, so it worked out well on the day. But it's the principle of the thing, and it's the first real issue I've had with a shipper. But what I will say is fair play, they've come through. In the end, it just shouldn't have been that difficult. So if you are having issues with any shippers that will not pay a cancellation fee, just stick to your guns with it and just go as far as you can. And then the other quick one, because it's not going to be a long video, this one was I just wanted to, yesterday I was in Manchester. I got a job to Manchester and I was fairly near the centre of Manchester, and I'm parked up and I'm waiting for jobs to come round, and I'm going to look, see what's coming up, and I got a phone call off a shipper out of the blue. It's a shipper I've worked for before. It's one of the big boys. They must have seen where I was. They said to me, listen, we've got this job, it's picking up in Manchester and it's going to Whistle in Bolton. It's just a couple of pickups, and it was only, I think it was only like 15-16 miles in total. And they said, I've got 60 quid on it. How do you feel about it? So you know what, the 60 quid actually saved my day, because I would have had to do either 2 more small jobs or a bigger job, which would have took me out, and the time was ticking on. So yeah, fine with that. Appreciative that the fact they rung me. I did the job, and it was 4 pickups right in the centre of Manchester from named buildings where they're on like the 9th floor and the 7th floor, and it wasn't easy. So this is just a bit of a shout out to you guys, probably more the guys that are in the small vans who do the bobbing around. I mean, it was a short wheelbase van job actually, but it would have all gone in a small van. All you guys that bob around these city centres picking up, I mean, it's one of those, I suppose, if you know where you're going and what you're doing, it's easy enough. But if you don't, like I didn't, you have to find your way a little bit. And just parking, where do you park, where do you not park? I nearly went down a buzz lane, nearly. Yeah, it's hard work. So a massive shout out to you guys, because that is not easy. It's not easy. It pays well though, I've got to say, because I think it worked out just short of £4 a mile. So, and you know what, I got it done fairly quickly. I got it done in a couple of hours. It weren't too bad. So I was happy with that. I was more than happy with that. But yeah, well done. It's not something I think I'd like to do on a regular basis. Mind you, having said that, I suppose if I knew where I was going and where I could park, I'd be all right. One of them had a service yard, so that weren't a problem. The other one were on the 9th floor, but they bought everything down for me, so that weren't too bad. It's just finding the places. But yeah, massive shout out to you guys round the city centres doing the hard work. Credit to us. It's not easy. Right, I'll leave you at that. If you've not already, please check out my other video. I blab on a little bit around QuickBooks and Finance Manager. Please like, subscribe, and I'll speak to you soon. Take care.